YouTube? What's going on? Trey back again to hit you with a video. Now, first of all, I want to tell you all happy Thanksgiving, and I hope you all are having a very blessed day and enjoying your time with your family and friends and loved ones, and with your side chicks and the side dudes also. So big shout out to all of you all. Now, I know you all have heard about the story with Tekashi69, aka Daniel Hernandez, if you will. Now, this guy, Tekashi69, we've seen this from a long time coming. It's like hearing a train that you can't even see yet visually, but you can hear it coming and you can feel it, the rumble on the train tracks, if you will. Now, people have been warning Tekashi69 to get his ass off the train tracks, but just like most people, they decide to just sit there. Just like when the water's getting hot, you can take a frog, put it in the water, and the frog will not move. Even though the temperature in the water is increasing, it will stay there and literally boil itself to death. It won't try to get out the water until it is too late. And that's basically what happened to Tekashi69. A lot of you all may be wondering, well, Trey, why do you have the paid in full shirt on with your boy Ace, RICO, and what's the guy other name? The one you got Ace, you got RICO, and Mitch. Yeah, Mitch, the one that was killed. But anyway, that might be wondering, why do you have this shirt on if you're talking about Tekashi69? Because a lot of people want to live this life that they see on TV. A lot of people want to be paid in full. A lot of people want to be what you call American gangsters, if you will. But they don't understand, you know what I'm saying? Gangsters don't live that long. Gangsters, most of them are either retired or dead or in prison. You feel me? And that's just the truth. It's no good story to a gangster. And have you ever heard that song by Scarface? Since we on music, gangsters don't live that long. That's the truth, because either you change your ways or you will get left behind in the dust. But instead of these guys that Tekashi was running with, pulling his coattail, basically telling him, look, we're going to protect you. We're going to keep you away from everything, and just keep doing their thing, you know, because they was already doing it before they met him anyway, because you got to understand these guys are way older than Tekashi69. Now, I don't know how he got entertained with these people, like, well, I mean, entangled with these people, but some kind of way their paths crossed. And I thought it was very odd that you would have this young Mexican kid hanging with these, you know, group of tough, supposedly black guys in the hood. Now, I know some Mexicans and some blacks hang together. It's not the point to be racial, but I'm like, why is he hanging with these guys if if you're not cut from the same cloth? But come to find out, basically, they was just using them up. And this is what happened when you have fake ass people around you. They will use you to hell up. Now, these guys, Trey Shoddy, along with more of the crew, was involved in a lot of other things. And the cops and the feds was really watching their clique, just like with the Bobby Shmurda clique and everything, when they came and rounded up all those guys. And you seen how this story went. But with Tekashi, instead of him being focused on the music, because you already in a blessed position, even though you is selling this poison, you know, it's not drugs, but this death culture music. I mean, let's just be honest. That's what most of it is most of it is really basically trash. But now they portray the image of being a gangster, but really they're not a gangster. Half of these guys haven't even busted down grape in a food fight. You know what I'm saying? Haven't did anything in their life, but they get on TV like some of these other rappers, you know what I'm saying? And basically sell you this image. And we believe this, just like the way Menace to Society. Now, you cannot say when you ever watched the movie Menace to Society the first time, it didn't affect you in some kind of way. Why did people want to be old dog? Why did people want to walk around with dreads in their hair and everything, braided up and everything, wearing khaki pants, even though certain people was already wearing that in certain cities? But you find people all over the country started wearing Dickies, you know, Dickie pants and khaki and then white t-shirts and stuff. You're like, well, damn, you know, this didn't originate here. Why is it there? Because the power of influence. Because a lot of these people are impressionable, and it's not even necessarily young folks. I done seen other older people start coloring their hair just like 6ix9ine, putting the little grill in their mouth and everything. But they done hit 6ix9ine with a RICO act, basically a racketeering charge. And many people might be wondering what a racketeering charge is. It's not no tennis racket. This is what a racketeering charge is. It is a catch-all crime designed to target people engaging in a pattern of illegal activity carried out as part of an enterprise that is owned or controlled by the people engaging in the illegal activity. Racketeering can be charged either as a federal or state crime, but most likely when they get you on a RICO act, it's the feds. You know what I'm saying? When they come, they got you. Now, the reason why it's alleged that the feds stepped in so soon was because, you know, they've been monitoring 6ix9ine just like they monitor everybody else. It's not even people that's rappers. They monitor actors, they monitor YouTubers and everything. It's no wonder why certain people got caught up. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say no names, but it's no mistake why certain people get caught up after they do interviews with certain people. Not saying that those people themselves are snitching or working for the police or the feds, but at the same time, they watch everybody. Hell, they watch me, they watch other people. You feel me? If you got some kind of what of a platform, I'm not saying you have to have the biggest in the world, but if you got a voice, they're going to pay attention because, you know, you just may say something very damaging or very important that the people need to hear. So they do watch everybody. And it's also to put 2 and 2 together and get 4. Like I said, if you don't get 4 when you're adding 2 and 2, you get 3 and 5. Go back and do your math over again. Have you wondered why when people do live videos, live streams or whatnot, their house get raided in? You know, you have people showing guns, showing drugs. All of a sudden, the cops busting in. What that means right there, that means one thing. Yes, somebody said it. Thank you very much. You're very smart. That means they are watching you all the damn time. It's not just one person. It's a whole team. It's a whole network. You feel me? Stretch from one end of the country to the other end. I'm going to read a snippet from this story, and I'm going to give my opinion. Surely, as we go, Tekashi69 insists he is not a gang member, but just portrays the image as he faces 25 to life in prison. Now, they're not going to give this guy, Tekashi, no life sentence in prison. We already know that. Because, number one, I mean, he done got caught up some years ago with the sex thing. I think he had like a 13-year-old. Maybe she was 16, but I think she was 13, where he had got put on 4 years probation. And it's amazing that they even require him to register as a sex offender, because you know why? Because that would damage the money. They use this guy to make money off of Tekashi69, because anybody else that's messing with somebody that young, they would be required what? To register as a sex offender. So, you know, even though Tekashi69 was well in his right mind, knowing what he was doing, messing with this child, and also he also allegedly, this is what the sources say. It's not my words. This is what the sources say, that he also videotaped this encounter with this younger person. So he went to court, had a 1,000-hour community service, 4 years probation, but they did not require him to register as a sex offender. You know why? Because that would mess up the bag. That would mess up the money, because you have to leave to go make money. So it's very strange that did not require him, did not require him to register as a sex offender. So they go to show you it was more powers at play in this situation right here. It was more people with higher positions calling these shots. Now, also, you know, before I had got sidetracked earlier, also, they was monitoring his messages. They was monitoring all of them. They had all their phones tapped and everything. And people wondering why they get caught up, because you think it's such and so total, which some of them do when they get jammed up. But most of the time when the feds coming and stuff, the FBI, they already got audio, video, every damn thing. They should have paid attention to the song by the group, The Firm, Dr. Dre, AZ, Nas, and I think it was Foxy Brown also, when they made the song called Phone Tap years ago. It's a reason why they made that song called Phone Tap, and it goes off like a little line says, the feds got my phone tapped. It's a reason why they said that. It was back in 96 when they made that song, I think, or 96 or 97, but I'm thinking it's 96. But anyway, they be watching. So when they come, they already pretty much have you down to the right. Now, Tekashi69, also known as Tekashi69, is insisting that he is not a gangster, but just portrays the image for entertainment. But there's, like I tell you all before in other videos, there's no such thing as entertainment. People do things for a reason. You know what I'm saying? When they make certain movies, 12 Years a Slave, it's for a reason. When they make Boys in the Hood, it's for a reason. When they make Moonlight, it's for a reason. When they make Brokeback Mountain, it's for a reason. Everything is for a reason. You can call it what you want to. Now, he faces 25 to life in prison. The rapper real name, Daniel Hernandez, was arrested and placed in general population at a notorious Brooklyn prison while awaiting his bail hearing. That's a damn lie, because I don't think they have him in general population. If they already say he have a green light on his head, and also allegedly said that this gang that he was running with was plotting to kill him and everything to keep him from snitching, if that's the word on the streets, you know what I'm saying? If I'm wrong, tell me if I'm wrong. Now, why would they have him in general population? But it sounds like to me they trying to even add a little bit more sugar to the story, if you know what I mean. You got to look deeper into the story. It's like they're trying to certify him, if you will. And at the same time, when these people stepped in, you know, their hands kind of tied, but they all work together. So would you believe that they would have him in general population if there was a green light on his head? I don't think so. But they also says that he is awaiting his bail hearing which his bail was already denied, but they going back to get it again, and he's going to get it. So let me go and put that out there first. Just like I told you the story of the guy, Aaron Hernandez, the football player, the one that allegedly committed suicide. And I said, watch, they're going to say that this guy was gay, that he killed this gay lover, and show his shit stank, which it does, some of it. They came back a few days later and said that this guy was his lover, even before anybody said that. When I said that, people thought I was crazy, but you have to look deeper into the story. They trying to solidify Tekashi69 because people take him as a joke, and this is going to solidify him, because if he beat this case, he's going to be like the new Tupac, the new 50 Cent, Get Rich or Die Trying. You have to see what the media is doing, this music industry. Now, TMZ report that there's been no special treatment for 6ix9ine, who has been embroiled in a number of personal and criminal issues of late. But now, the stupid rapper's attorney, Lance Lazaro, said Daniel Hernandez is completely innocent of all charges being brought against him. He continued to say that the 22-year-old is just an entertainer who portrays a gangster image to promote his music. Does not make him a member of an enterprise. See, when we take these people lyrics to heart, just like when we first heard, for those of us who's, you know what I'm saying, somewhat a little older, don't mean you're old. When you first heard Straight Outta Compton, did you not think Ice Cube was the hardest man in the world? I thought he was when he came out there, Straight Outta Compton, crazy motherfucker named Ice Cube. I was like, damn, you know what I'm saying? It do something to you. That music has power in it. You remember, you fighting a spiritual battle here. People don't understand. You got to educate yourself on what's really going on. They don't call Satan, Beelzebub, Lucifer, the prince of the air for nothing. What goes through the air? Sound. Let's just be honest. Now, he added to the news station, Mr. Hernandez became a victim of this enterprise and later took steps by firing employees and publicly denounced this enterprise through a morning show. So evidently somebody already warned him, just like Fat Joe Ben warned him. Charlemagne and God, even though I don't agree with a lot of things Charlemagne and God says, but they've been trying to warn Tekashi69. And I found it very strange that he would come out and say that he publicly fired everybody, and then a day later, all of a sudden, everybody's arrested and everything. I think they were basically trying to save this guy. Like, remember, somebody had allegedly beat him up, stole a lot of money from him and everything, had him kidnapped him. I mean, it's a lot of stuff that was going on the whole time. These guys not smart enough. They think these movies and these songs be fake, which some of them do, but they have a lot of meaning in it. You have to understand, when you have people, they invest millions and millions of dollars in, you think they're going to let you mess with their cash cow? Hell no. So Tekashi have to go down, sit down for a little while, but trust me, he will be resurrected. And I'm not saying that he's no Jesus, because he's not. Now, the star was indicted on 6 counts of conspiracy with others to commit racketeering, discharging a firearm while committing a crime of violence in aid of racketeering, assault with a dangerous weapon, carrying a firearm, and committing a crime in the aid of racketeering. They got him many times on racketeering. Like, damn. And you would think that these racketeering charges would be left for bosses and stuff, mob bosses and stuff, the Gambinos, the Corleones, the John Gottis of the world, you know what I'm saying, the big people of the world. But no, they giving these charges out to regular street guys now, you know what I'm saying? 2 of these charges have maximum life sentence in prison, with Tekashi facing a minimum of 32 years in prison. I thought it was 25, but I guess it's 32 years. Now, according to the papers filed in court, Tekashi, Shadi, his ex-manager, Crippy, Ish, and others are accused of being part of the 9 Trey Gangster Bloods gang, which committed and agreed, attempted, and threatened to commit acts of violence to protect and expand their narcotics business. Basically saying that these guys was drug dealers, where they were tri-state area, where they were pushing weight all over the eastern seaboard. Who knows? I don't know. This is just what the story says right here. Basically, they were taking this legal money and turning it into dirty money. You know what I'm saying? Just like another YouTuber said, why would you take legal money and take it and turn it into dirty money? Because most people, when they trying to clean the money up, wash the money up, you know, you wash, you get it clean. They take the dirty money and flip it into a legit business or something, or put it in the bank some kind of way. It depends on if you know somebody at the bank or whatnot, if you can invest, and they try to make it into legal money. Who in the hell they right mind going to take good money that's legal and go buy drugs and try to be a drug dealer? You already done made it. That goes to show you it was more at play than this. And of course, these people watching knows this right now. That's why I say Tekashi will get out. And for everybody that's saying that this guy is going to go to prison for life, even some of his so-called best friends, we ain't going to say no name and stuff, taking pictures in the video. Now, it's all good. when the guy is free and everything, you're all on his video and stuff. But then when he gets locked up, you use him as another topic, content as anybody else. This goes to show you there's no friends, excuse me, in this business. Everybody is out for them damn selves. And that should be a lesson to Tekashi and you all also. Stop messing with people who really don't have your intentions at heart. It's a reason why certain people, I'm not going to call their names out, lashed on to this guy in the moment that he got locked up. You know what I'm saying? They was all in the swimming pools together, doing all kinds of stuff together. You know what I'm saying? But the moment he get locked up, you start clowning the guy and asking, well, we'll see. Like, well, if that's supposed to be your friend and he considered you a friend, you're not talking as a friend to me. Now, the gang is alleged to have dealt drugs including MDMA, heroin, marijuana, and fentanyl across New York. The papers alleged that in April, Tekashi waited in a car outside an office building while his associates robbed some of the rapper's rivals. An AR-15 style rifle was allegedly recovered at Tekashi's Brooklyn home in September. Remember, he had left, I think he had a show somewhere, and the feds ran in there and found this AR-15. Why in the hell did this guy have an AR-15 at his house, allegedly? Why in the hell wasn't Trey and them shotting them, protecting this guy, their cash cow, their way they ticket out the damn hood? What sense does it make if you hanging with a millionaire, this guy got money like that, and then you still involved in drugs and low-level shit? And I know drugs can turn a huge profit, but how much money do you need? This is what happened when people get greedy. Now, Tekashi has been denied bail and will remain in custody pending trial. Lazaro proposed that the rapper be released on bail if he surrendered his passport, remained on house arrest, and paid the court $750,000. The request was denied, although an appeal would be filed during a bail hearing. They're going to give Tekashi a bail. They're not going to let this guy sit in prison because this done just boosted his stardom up. You know what I'm saying? If not international, I know at least nationwide. You got people all in Japan. You got people all in damn UK talking about this story right here. So this is going to solidify him. They have to find a way to solidify this guy. Like, this guy faced all kinds of odds. True, his back is against the wall, so we can't say that he's a gangster, because if we say he's a gangster and that he's really living his life that he's portraying on a TV screen, that means the judge and the court system will look at this. So we have to downplay it a lot. But at the same time, they playing both sides of the fence, if you know what I mean. Now, this comes after Hernandez was put on probation for use of a 13-year-old child in a sexual performance in 2015, when the Billy rapper created 3 sexually explicit videos involving the girl. In his plea deal, Tekashi had to prove that the crime he committed was the result of a serious mistake he made in his youth, one that was not indicative of the law-abiding life he intended to lead as an adult. He was sentenced to 4 years probation, also completed 1,000 hours of community service, as well as avoided any involvement with gangs or any further arrest, which doesn't bode well for his current situation, because they're going to go back and look at this right here. Like, you made this huge mistake back then, and really you should have been locked up for that issue right there. But some kind of way you escape through that, you'd have to register as a certain sex offender, and you're still hanging around with real gangsters, known gangsters that's allegedly, not what I'm saying, that was plotting to kill him, because, to kill him would have, kind of like kept people from talking, kept him from, I guess, snitching, since everybody says he's going to snitch or whatnot. I don't know anything about that. But it's a reason why they was trying to come after him also. I don't really know. Let me know what you all think. And all my people in New York, y'all chime in the area. And like I said, the shirt paid in full was just to make an example of what people see on TV. They think is real. Even though some of this stuff is real, the characters are real. I'm sure you all heard about the Alpos, the AZs and stuff, the Mitch and stuff. I'm sure you all heard about these people. But at the same time, it's no glorification in there, because look what happened to those same people. You better ask somebody. The streets is nothing to be glorified. Anybody that ever come from the streets don't glorify the streets. Matter of fact, you don't even want to talk about the streets. That's how you know real people from the outsiders, because don't nobody want to go back to no damn streets if you already done made it out the hood and you in a mansion. Because sometimes you can't go back, especially if you have people that you left in the hood and think they know you, you done grew up with, and you done made it out. They going to kill you, or they going to try to do something to you, because they going to look at you funny. Like, you done made it out and now you done came back. Think about that today. Stop glorifying this stuff, and tell your kids and tell yourself also, if you the one glorify this type of mess, there's no future, like MC Bree said, in your front. Just keep it real with yourself. That's all you have to do. Let me know what you all think about this video. If you like the video, push that like button. If you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and definitely share this video with your wannabe fake ass gangster friends, and let them know, the eyes Not of the Ranger, not Chuck Norris. No, the eyes of the feds are upon you. They're always watching. That's that all-seeing eye, if you know what I mean. I'm out.